Webcasting from Southeast Kansas, I'm Jonathan Switzer. This is the Roboblog Chronicles, episode 5. This week's show is a little different. It is the result of 3 long nights of work. I hope you are at least amused, if not wholly entertained by it. I'll explain more later on in the week. So enjoy an excerpt from Robotech to the Sentinels, episode number 6, Hunter's Moon. Captain JLS out.
What's the current status of the Invid?
No sign of anything moving out there except our own recon patrols, Captain Grant.
Then give the Wolfpack the green light to advance on the city. Maybe Jonathan's boys will be able to flush those buzzards.
GMU to leader of the pack. Repeat. GMU to leader of the pack. You have green light. Repeat. You have green light. Acknowledge, leader. Acknowledge.
Acknowledged. The pack is on the march. See you downtown. Over and out.
Captain Grant, this is the printout of the report Exdor prepared on the Invid, sir. It's not much, but at least it's a start.
How would you know, Baker?
I guess I must have scanned the reporting coming off of the facts from the SDF-3, sir. I'm a pretty fast reader.
Go on.
It didn't say classified, sir, and I just thought it'd be interesting to know what Ambassador Exdor knew of the Invid.
Don't make a habit of reading other people's mail, Cadet. The best way I know is keeping a cadet from getting a promotion. Is that clear?
Very clear, sir.
Good. Now, dismissed. In conclusion, it is important to realize that the Invid are a race driven by revenge. They have no other purpose in life but to take revenge on those responsible for stealing their civilization's greatest treasure, their precious flower of life. You know the General's plan. We're to scatter through the ruins and smoke the Invid out of hiding. Then it's all up to the Flyboys. If all goes well, in a few hours we'll have renamed this asteroid Hunter's Moon. Regroup, Wolfpack! Regroup! I've entered the rendezvous point in the guidance system. Put your hover tanks on auto. We'll link up at the town square. It seems as though the Wolfpack accomplished what they set out to do.
The Invid have shown us their position. I guess it's up to us now. Max, prepare the Skull Squadron. Colonel Edwards, prepare...
Edwards isn't here, General.
Where is he? I seem to recall Colonel Edwards saying that he had to check on the status of the armaments in the hold, General. Swell, I can't wait all day for him to get back. I've got to get the Ghost Squadron out there to help.
Rick, why don't you keep the Ghost Squadron in reserve? I could take a couple of my battle pod teams into the city and get the Wolfpack out of the immediate danger while Max leads the airstrike. And besides, I'd like to see how these new modifications that Lang did to our battle pods check out in a real combat situation.
You're not required to volunteer. You're not really part of my command.
I know, Rick, but sometimes the rules don't matter when the lives of your friends are at stake.
Alright, what are you waiting for? These designs we've been scanning are quite unusual. If you'll excuse me, I'd like to go discuss the matter with Dr. Lang. By all means, if you can find something that'll save the lives of the men down there, we'll do our best. If only I could go down there and help. I feel so useless. Trapped up here while men under my command are dying. Could you get me the report on advanced Robotech circuitry? It should be in the library. You got it, Dr. Lang. Advanced Robotech circuitry coming right up. I don't know where that boy gets all his energy. Lang, we must talk. Ah, Exodor, I was waiting for you to drop by. These things that Wolf flushed out are not the same as the Invids noted in your report. Precisely, and I'm not quite sure that these things, as you call them, are actually Invid. What are you saying? My preliminary analysis indicates that these particular individuals have no vital signs whatsoever. No vital signs? No vital signs inherent in the object, or functioning as a pilot inside the mecha. An inorganic drone. That is the conclusion that I have drawn. We must look into this much further. Your battle strategy is flawless, but you are taking your time in disposing of the enemy. It is not like you to toy with an enemy which has the potential to destroy us. Perhaps I should attempt to adjust your eye openings. You act as though you are detecting active protoculture matrix. It is apparent to me that these invaders are not the Robotech masters. Therefore, it is impossible for them to have protoculture-based weapon transport systems, or else our entire view of the universe is totally wrong.
Lord Tesla, during the battle, stray ion beams have hit the Royal Hall.
So?
Well, it seems to have dislodged a secret passage into an underground lair, a cryogenetic storage area.
Show me anything to get away from the boredom of this battle.
At first, I thought we might be saved when this ship arrived, but now it is apparent that these soldiers are no match for these Invid demons. Even our own bioroids put up stronger resistance against the Invid. Yes, but that was against the Invid, not these creatures who have no souls and live to kill. There is one strange thing I noticed when the fighting started. What was that? As soon as the invaders entered the city, the Invid, not the inorganics, surrounded the Royal Hall. It might be significant, their headquarters, or perhaps the area where they are keeping the rest of the citizens as prisoners. Either way, if those invaders were to make a direct attack on the Royal Hall, at least they might be successful against the Invid, since they are having no luck against those inorganics. Their tacticians must have noticed the same Invid defense strategy. Not necessarily. So what do you suggest? Breaking radio silence and giving them the information. Completely out of the question. Any attempt by us to break our radio silence could mean our doom. I fear the Invid are scanning the area for any such signs. We must think of ourselves and our people. We cannot jeopardize our civilization in the hope that these new invaders have come in peace to our home world. I see. You believe that the Invid are the lesser of two evils? For the moment, we know the Invid and their capabilities. This new invader is an unknown variable. And besides, it does not look as though they will survive their initial battle with the inorganics. Always the eternal optimist, eh, Cabell? If we don't get reinforcements soon, this mission will be a total waste. Why don't we just jet on out of here? And go where? To the GMU and put the lives there in jeopardy? Or do you suggest we zip back to the SDF-3? We've got to stick it out here. Either we beat them and fall back to a neutral position, or we go down fighting.
Hang in there, Colonel. The cavalry has just arrived.